is not working. My memory is stitched up with 7 flowers. My doll is pieced together with 7 parts, which are in shabby condition but still serviceable. What else am I missing?
Sinner, probably. Do you have a sinner, Master Ananice?
Maybe. I feel something is missing. Negative emotions, even scheming and killing, are completely absent in me. The evil aspect must be somewhere. Maybe it's roaming the Parawulin with my abilities and knowledge. And it will train and evolve into something entirely unpredictable.
A sinner with your abilities and knowledge, constantly growing in power in the Parawulin? That would be way out of my league. Anyhow, 7 flowers and a doll failed to restore Master Ananice to her original shape. Something is missing. Her evil aspect, maybe.
No one is complete without the presence of evil. Yes, my consciousness cannot attach itself to the doll. Oh, such irony. We have done so much, all for nothing. Sorry for the negative feedback. Anyhow, you have made it through the depth of Parawulin. Do you sense any difference in your flow of Shang-Chi?
Hard to tell. Nothing is different. Or maybe it's everything. This bizarre feeling. Is it from the Parawulin?
Some sects place their disciples under waterfall or deep inside lakes during training. The theory is that if the body is used to enormous pressure from the outside, it will develop imagined strength on the inside. You have passed through 14 layers of the rift, vanquishing countless powerful enemies in the process. That is your external pressure. As a result, you have accumulated enough Shang-Chi to power overdrives that you never dreamed of. As to what kind of overdrives they are, it's entirely up to you.
Silk Chamber is a huge place with many levels. I can sense boiling Shang-Chi even from the outside. This will be a tough fight. Silk Chamber in the capital. A luxurious restaurant that was purchased by an unknown individual with huge sums of money 3 years ago. Since then, it has been renovated, and strangers are not allowed to enter. The previous owner was very rich, but they say that he was overwhelmed by the mysterious man's offer and readily sold his most successful property. Located in the busiest part of the capital, the area around Silk Chamber is brimming with traffic and people. After it was sold, it has become a boarded-up mystery on a busy street. The best place to hide is in plain sight. It seems that the 5 fingers are well versed in this technique. Is the index finger right here?
We're different than the 11s that appeared 5 years ago. For them, Shachi Mod was a tool of destruction. But for us, it can bring new life. When Tang Li was dismissed by the Tangs, when Master Ding Hai was almost dead from old age, when Dugu Linghe lost her child, when Xiao Zhanpang lost his wife, and when Sher Huichun lost his hands, their lives were over. We let them be reborn with absolute power. Reborn without worry, without fear, and without fetters. Wu Lin is sick. Everyone should be reborn like this. I firmly believe that a Wu Lin reborn will be much purer and cleaner.
The Lady of Moon Castle came to help me. We defeated the index finger of the fingers, Sire Evil Smite of the Wudang sect. Before he died, he confided something astonishing to us.
The organization. So it was not a fluke that you defeated the two famous clans over 2 decades ago. But the war hasn't ended. I'm just a foot soldier of little importance. Shachi Mod is also just a tool. Have you seen through the game and glimpsed your real opponent? They're being more cautious and intending to finish the endgame that was initiated more than 2 decades ago with the organization.
Two famous clans over 2 decades ago. The Order had a legendary battle to restore their control in Wu Lin and destroyed the leading clans of both the evil and the virtuous sides, the Dark Castle of Mo and the Long Clan. Even in terms of the Order's standards, all threats from these two clans have been wiped out. But according to the Index Finger, the forces connected to the two clans are intending to return to the center stage, tear Wulin down, and destroy the Order, all with Shachi Mod. This time, their weapons were no longer the superb martial arts skills of their own sect, but the twisted love and hatred in Wulin. I still don't know anything about our enemies, but I know that when countless distorted emotions are responded to and incited, Wulin will fall into madness. There will be no place for the Order in a lawless Wulin. The enemies no longer directly attack, but instead undermine the Order's foundation, the Wulin that respects and abides by the rules. This trick is more vicious and more subtle than the previous means employed by all the powerful enemies that the Order has faced. Are we ready?
One finger has been cut off. There are 4 more.
According to the Index Finger, the battle is about what the Order started more than 2 decades ago. Lady of the Castle of Moon, are you going to dig deeper?
Since his departure, the only meaning my life has is to resolve everything related to Shachi Mod. I don't have much interest in a follow-up.
Oh. You seemingly have a strong and twisted obsession that the Five Fingers want to exploit.
I've already locked myself in an invisible cage and can't escape. Perhaps the final line in the sand is refusing to undergo Shachi Mod.
Since that's the case, I'll continue to bother you.
I'm always on call. I have tracked down the man behind the gathering at Starfall, Long Fuyan, a descendant of the Long Clan.
A descendant of the Long Clan?
Yes. He rose to prominence during the Guaimian disturbance 5 years ago, slowly gaining followers. These days, he is commanding a considerable force, mostly ex-members of Allied Justice. According to informants in contact with him, this Long Fuyan has the right temperament and is a master of the long sword techniques. He has to be a true heir. But what happened at Starfall suggests otherwise.
Suspicious, yes. Wait, what's that?
You feel it too?
Source of Shachi. Powerful. More so than any I have ever seen.
It comes from West Street. Something is about to happen in the capital city.
This is urgent. I will go check it out.
Good. I will investigate Silk Chamber in case Evil Smite has left any clues. Take care. I'll let you know if there are any findings. Take care.
"26 years ago, in the so-called the 12th year of the Order,
With the collapse of the Long Clan's biggest opponent, the Dark Castle of Mo, their long-lasting infighting had escalated into outright clashes. After the death of the former head Long Taijan 2 years ago, his 9 children's rivalry has once again flared up. Long Taijan's most trusted son, Long Wu, was originally the most promising successor to become the head, but unfortunately, Long Taijan unexpectedly died before he could appoint him. After that, assisted by Long Mingyu, the best martial arts master of the clan, Long Wu searched for the cause of his father's death while maintaining tense relationships with his other 8 siblings. One day, Long Wu's 3 siblings visited his residence, Singlong Mansion, and drew their swords, and many martial arts experts who were lying in wait rushed in. At that moment, Long Mingyu, who was exploring the ruins of the Dark Castle of Mo,
Was intercepted by another group of Long warriors and fighters from the Order.
Unable to rescue Long Wu, he eventually jumped into the sea and remains missing until this day.
This was the Order's trick.
But a disaster for the Long clan. Long Wu and his wife fought all they could with his 3 siblings until everyone lay dead in Singlong Mansion.
The Order further isolated different sects of the Long clan after this battle.
Allowing them to pick them off. That's another story. Until recently, a rumor has been spreading through the Allied Justice that says the Long clan's bloodline hasn't been severed. Back then, Long Wu and his wife sent a message at the critical moment and had their maid get their newborn son and flee through a secret passage. They haven't been seen since. In Starfall, it was this son who used the family token and reassembled the former Allied Justice. But things have changed, and it's now impossible to identify him. Long Fuyan is undoubtedly a name indicating revenge. Is he really the long-lost son of Long Wu, the true descendant of the Long clan? What's his connection to the people behind Shachimod?
He went that way. Oh, that golden aura. So beautiful.
Golden aura? Could it be? Okay. I'll proceed to Dragon Bazaar.
a worthy death for Master Long.
The wound is caused by a sword with powerful aura. Eh? Nope. Not a real aura, something close, an imitation, based on mechanics and Shachi mod. Next, let's try the West Market.
He joined the Allied Justice as an average swordsman during the Gwymian disturbance 5 years ago.
The sword energy! It's the sword energy! The Long Clan is back! Decency shall reign! We're blessed! I pledge to be loyal to the death!
I pledge to be loyal to the death.
Those that are decent have been living a tough life over the past 2 decades. They reminisce about the decent Wulin that was led by the Long Clan. That was the Golden Age, the time when evil was warded off, and the righteous fulfilled their dreams. After quite a long time, the glory of the past years will slip into legend, where no one can confirm its veracity. People have waited too long and lost too much. That sword energy is hope.
Master Long will revive the clan and herald a new order for the Wu Lin.
Is he really an heir to the Long clan?
Master Longwu has fallen, but a maid brought his son to safety. Together with Cherlin Ke, a former assassin, they managed to train the boy into an extraordinary young man outside of the Order's reach. That is Master Long Fuyuan.
Master Long has the right temperament, and he has mastered all sword techniques of the Longs, plus the clan token, and has been certified by a close friend of the Long clan. He's the real deal.
The grand revival of Long Clan is nigh. He will cut down Gui Mian and the Order alike.
The Order never leaves any stone unturned. This can't possibly happen. I'll investigate further at Fugway Avenue.
The man appeared, but soon disappeared. The Order will never let go of this precious clue.
It not only unveils the mystery behind Shachimod, but also the reason for the Long Clan's collapse. Before Sire Evil Smite died, he mentioned that this crisis was just a continuation of the game between the Long Clan, the Dark Castle of Mo,
And the Order. The Order has to dig in more.
A real battle is about to begin. A lament of the past. A tale for the present. The covered shall reappear.